Test my new intra-week swing trading model, and you can use this model to trade if you're someone that has a busy lifestyle, someone that has a 9 to 5 job and doesn't get a lot of time to look at the charts. And this type of trading is also more stress-free as there's less information to analyze. Price moves at a much slower pace, enabling you to take better trading decisions, take less, trade less, and also have a high win rate. As trading on the high time frame has a high win rate as there's less noise and we're trading alongside the higher time frame. So starting off, I have not seen any of this price action. The reason I'm doing this series is because I'm going to backtest anyways, and might as well make some content of this so you guys can actually learn and improve upon your backtesting and trading careers. So looking at the daily, I'm going to start on Monday, 20th March 2023. I've already moved Forex Factory to that specific date as well. And yeah, let's begin. So one thing I like to do is I like to start off by marking the previous daily high and low and also analyzing the daily structure. Although this isn't super important, but let's see how it goes. So we can see this is the previous daily high, this is the previous daily low. And as of right now, high time frame is bullish, although we swept this high. We have a lot of trend line over here, a lot of stops resting above this high, this trend line. We also inversed this daily fair value gap, but the other going lower. Is this daily fair value gap? No. Yeah, we inverse this daily fair value gap over here and here. So I'm mainly bullish. What I would like to see now is essentially like a retracement here. So let me see, we actually draw a line. Can retrace, what? Sorry. What I want to see is like a retracement here, from here to here, and then another, and then we'll go up all the way up here to the highs. Let's see how it goes. And remember, this is not even hindsight because honestly, I've never even seen any of this data before. So I'm mainly looking at 2-hour minimum, 2-hour to 4-hour inversions, which is inversion fair value gaps. I know my previous video I was looking more in depth and was 1-hour inversions, but after my forward testing last week, which is I think the week of March 24th to 28th, I noticed there was a lot of noise in the 1-hour time frame for me personally, and the 2-hour and 4-hour inversions delivered almost 10-hour, risking just 1% per trade, as we had very good bearish inversion gaps. So let's go on. So ideally, usually what I would do before in the lower time frames is I always determine my draw, and then I wait for like a 5-minute inversion. But because I'm trading in the high time frames and my entry model is the 2-hour fair value gap, I'm just going to wait for a 2-hour inversion to form, and then I'll decide on my draw and decide whether the setup's worth taking or not. So let's see how it goes. I'm not sure why this is frozen. Come on, trading view. So the 1-hour seems to be working less. Let's try the 2-hour now. What's wrong with this, honestly? Let's try one candle at a time. Okay, I think it's loading this indicator. I don't know what's up. Why am I paying for trading view if it's gonna... Oh my days. You know what? I don't even need these indicators, so... Okay, let's go now. Oh, I'm just gonna pause this for a bit. Continue. I was having some technical issues with TradingView. No, this isn't anything. Remember, my bias right now is mainly bullish, and this was the previous daily low. It's swept, and now we are essentially in this daily fair value gap. So what I'm looking for now is ideally this fair value gap to get inverted. So let's see. Yup. Okay, this fair value gap finally got inverted. Stop all the way here. Okay, I can enter here. To be honest, I would prefer to have a slimmer stop, but this is the lowest swing low. Target, let's honestly go to, let's go all the way up here at the minimum, because we want a 2 hour, but where did all that trend line liquidity go out? So over here. So at the end of this, okay, let's go for a 2 hour minimum. Let's see how it goes. So essentially we are entering at 2 p.m. New York time on a Monday. Okay, so yeah, there isn't any news. And the next day is also fine, so let's see how it goes. Okay, that's very good. The previous daily high has been swept as well. Just exactly what I anticipated. These highs have also been swept. There is a possibility price could like reverse from here and go all the way down to take out these lows, but I hope not. Let's see. At this point, I would probably move my stop to break even. I would not take partials, but I'm just gonna move my stop to break even. Let's see. Okay, that was beautiful. So if you saw that we hit TP first and then came all the way down, which is kind of perfect. Why do we have did we have any news here? Was this FOMC on the Wednesday? Oh yes, FOMC meeting minutes. Yeah, especially if there's big a news event like FOMC and the price is far away from my entry. Usually I would take half and then move this up to break even, because I don't want to risk like losing the entire trade, because price can just immediately reverse. Yeah, but as you see, our profit was at a very good level, because it literally hit our TP. We were at 2 hour, it literally hit our TP and reversed. So yeah, man, this was a fantastic trade. As you can see, just literally one trade a week. I haven't even seen this before, but yeah, let's go. Let's take down the notes. Super simple, literally analysis and execution. 2 hour with the daily. You take this in your sleep as well. So we entered on Monday. I think it was 20th. Oops. 23 Monday at 14. Duration of the trade was around 2 days, exactly 2 days to be precise. The maximum potential held was around 2.3, 3.4 hour. Aligned with the daily bias, we were in daily Ferrari gap, and I'm also going to say yes, there was a liquidity sweep, and it was a reversal trade, but with the high time frame. Yeah, I think 2 hour inversion, bouncing off our daily Ferrari gap. Boom, that's it. And then how do we close? Closed trade, hit TP before FOMC. Wednesdays. Okay, that's usually like once a month, I think, at the end of the, not once a month, but yeah, let's see. Was there any confidential data here? Nah. Was there nah, okay. Let's go. Whoa, why is this bugging out? Okay, let's go to the next trade. Blank slate. I mean, see, there were like so many other 2 hour inversions as well. I mean, there was one over here, so realistically, even if you went long, like if I missed the first trade, I could have gone long here. Let's actually rewind it here and see like where we could have entered our TP. Because obviously if we inverse this would be the most sensible place to put your stop loss. And if there's any other high, that would be this high. And because our stop loss is so slim, I would literally aim for this. And I'm being honest, yeah, like this was literally what I would do. Wow. I mean, you can obviously say this is hindsight, but this trade is literally an exact repetition of the previous trade. Like literally inversion from a bullish fair value gap, inversing a 2 hour fair value gap, targeting our final previous TP. And so I mean, you could literally take 2 trades and you're already up like 2 hour. And this one got hit literally almost instantly, man. Beautiful. It's the art of trading, honestly. So many opportunities. And I told you, like, this is just a random week I selected. I don't even know. Like, in my previous videos, you probably saw I was doing like Feb or March. And I did some personal backtesting with March. And yeah, I'm just sorry with Feb, and I'm just considering March right now. And this is literally how I analyze and backtest it. But obviously, it looks super easy in backtesting. But forward testing is when your psychology really gets tested. And that's why you need to have enough proof of concept and experience with backtesting so that when the time actually comes to execute this in the live market, like there's no fear. And you only gain that with experience in backtesting and forward testing. 2-hour inversion. Sorry. This is the same with this. I don't even need to look at the daily because I was just so confident that they were going to hit. I don't think there was a liquidity sweep here. I mean, you could say this low got swept. Yeah, this is a swing low and it gets swept. So, yes. It was a continuation trade. 2-hour inversion. Bouncing off a 2-hour FVG. So these trades, what I noticed is that in the last 2 weeks of the month, when there's very little red folder news, it works really well. So I'm very curious to test out how this works in the first week of April, when there's a lot of red folder news. But the other thing is, I think in the first week of April there's usually like Easter and stuff like that. So markets are kind of dead during the time. But let's see how it goes. Okay, so now actually is a very good time to like look at the daily and reassess what's going on, because now this is a proper bearish market structure shift. I mean, I'm not taking any trades here now. I mean, we got 2 winning trades for the week, which is like this is almost like 4.6 hour. Like, you're chilling, man. And this is with a 1% risk as well. You're like literally done. Like, when I hit these two, I'm like honestly done. I would say we're kind of bearish. We took out all these highs. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of bearish, but I'm not seeing any clear draws. Let's see, maybe if we go up here and then get a 2 inversion to go down here, I would be interested in that. Plus, I think this has been a bullish week so far, so I would like to see some retracement to the week, because let's see, I don't want to spoil. Okay, yeah, I'd like to see some retracement to the weekly range, essentially. Okay, mate, let's go. Oh my days, like, this is, wow. It's literally exactly what I'm saying is happening. And I swear to you, I've not even looked at this before. But there's so many fair value gaps here. It's a bit annoying. And there's too many fair value gaps. Which one do you... I would just wait for the inversion of the first one. Okay, now this is very interesting. We've inversed this one. I want to check if there's any news. On Thursday, no news. Nothing important. So there is a possibility that we could go long here as well. Put our stops here. And literally just go for the previous daily high. You know? Because we're literally rejecting off. I mean, realistically, I probably would not take this trade because I'm already up 4R, but... and I'm the only... you know what, let's do it. Actually, I would take this trade because, yeah, we're close to the... Yeah, let's do it. We're close to the previous daily high. Bullish inversion, rejecting of a fair value gap. This is honestly like an A setup. Ooh la la, okay. Okay, this is a proper L. Was there some news here? Nope, there wasn't. I mean, no, there wasn't really. But that's what I mean, like, the previous two setups was like an A++ setup, and this is probably like a B+ or an A. And yeah, like, some trades is doing it, and it is what it is. I'm kind of surprised. I really thought this FOMC data week would get hit. But let's see, maybe we're saving it for Friday. Because usually when there's a large range day, the next day price just consolidates. And that's something you need to keep in mind. I'm probably going to write it down in my notes as well. So every time you take a loss, you kind of learn, like, okay, why was this a loss? And to be honest, I would say that's the main reason, because just the previous day was a large range day. The following day is usually just mid 8 a.m. This was we took an 8 and around 6 hours. This align with daily bias? I mean, not really. Actually, no, because daily bias was mixed. If I'm being honest, mixed. Previous day was a large range day. There wasn't the liquidity sweep either. Yeah, no liquidity sweep. I mean, you could say this one, but I want something more recent. No use. Confluence is 2R inversion. Targeting the previous daily high. Let's save this. Okay, and the loss is a loss. Let's move on. The next day is Friday. I mean, usually I try to avoid taking these swing trades on Friday because there is a possibility that I might have to hold the trade over the weekend, which I'm not going to do due to a lot of uncertainty. Because the market can just gap up and down and you're just gone, you know. My days, I just spoiled this for myself, didn't I? Oh, well, I'm going to pretend like I did not see this. This was the... Oh, whoa, there is literally no wick. There is no wick on the Thursday daily candle. So I would expect price to honestly come down on the Friday candle before going wherever it wants to go. I prefer to see price head over here just because there's no wick. Usually in the candles that have no wicks, especially in the daily, price usually ends up coming down to that place. It's just something I learned through experience. Let's see what happens. Okay, to be honest, we did kind of inverse this fair value gap. You could realistically take a short here and then target here, but like the risk to reward isn't even that good. You could do this now. You know what? I'm just gonna sit one out. I'm being honest. I'm just gonna sit this one out because we already had an insane week. But I'm genuinely curious how this trade is gonna go. And we also have equal lows here. And you know what? I prefer to see this at lower. If I was to take this, let's just say I took this trade. Okay. My buys is short. I mean, you could put your stop loss here as well, fair value gap, but let's just make it 2. Let's make it 2R to be safe. Can't be too crazy. Don't want to get swept. Wow, we got beautifully annihilated here, and this kind of aligned with the daily power of 3. Went all the way up here. To be honest, I did not think about this trend line. There is a trend line here, and there's also this FOMC data high. But these equal lows really put me off. Okay, I'm gonna mark it as a loss anyways. I mean, I didn't really take this trade, so I said I wasn't gonna take it. It was just to verify it in backtesting. But if I took this, I would take this inversion. If I went long, I would go long here. Now it's a big stop. I'll put it here. Then aim for this high. I feel like this is. Let's see. This is gonna hit. I mean, this probably will because we got the direction wrong. Wow. So this trade just did nothing at all. Wow, it just fucked around. This is why I stick to we just stick to one trade a day, honestly. Because even if you think honestly, I don't even know what to say. Don't even know if it was possible to predict this bad price action ahead of time. I mean, second wave of the day, I usually stick to a rule of 0.5%. If my first one was a loss, so max I will be down. But anyways, I said that I wouldn't even take this trade. But what if like you didn't had the previous two trades during the entire week then, and if you saw this trade and that's a different story entirely, then I will be very, very tempted, to be honest, because we kind of took out that high and then we were just consolidating. These are the real tough questions, man. You gotta ask. Yeah, I mean, I would have taken this short and go stopped out. It was on a Friday, man. Friday. I don't know if I wanted to risk that much. Let's see. I guess we're never gonna know. It's just part of the game. But yeah. Anyways, on to the next. I'm not gonna record any of this. This was just because I said I would be taking it. I mean, look at this ugly price action. Oh, this is so bad. For lower quality setups like these, if I really wanted to take it, I would just take it with 0.25 or 0.5 risk. That's what I do in my VIP Discord as well. Sometimes if there's lower quality setup and I really feel like taking it because I have like some gut continuation, like these equal lows, very good target. FOMC data high, very good target, but yeah, I would just take it with like less risk. Anyways, on to the next. How do we end up on? Okay, wait, what? 1 second. What day? Okay, these are 27, 24th. I don't know how I ended up. Okay, let's just go. Monday 4 a.m. Before that, let's mark up the previous daily high and low. Actually, let's see where the weekly candle closed as well. I'm going to mark the weekly highs and lows with these horizontal rays, and the daily high and low are going to be marked with the purple lines. Sorry, the blue lines. Also, let's see what happens, man. This is very interesting, if I'm being honest. Oops, what's going on? Okay, I'm doing this too. Okay, this is Friday. Monday, okay. So far right now I'm looking for longs. This is a Ferrari gap. If we inverse this, oh, because I mean we just took out the daily high, so there's a chance that we might go down. Inverse this and take out the daily low. So let's see. If we inverse this, I'm gonna go short over here. If we inverse this, I'm gonna go long and aim for this previous weekly high. So let's see what happens. Boom. Okay. Looks like we're gonna go long. Long, stop here. Previous weekly high. Can I do a smaller stop? I could. Am I going to? I'm not. I always want to be safe. Especially with these swing trades, you don't get many of them a week. So yeah, this is looking good so far. Trendline liquidity over here. And I think we forgot to check if there's any news. 27th. Monday, usually there isn't a lot of news, so we're kind of good for now. Okay, let's see how this goes. Wow, we got completely annihilated over here. Even though the setup looked really good, man, it is what it is, I guess. And what time do we take this inversion? The other thing I noticed is that trades that are taken like before like 10 a.m. usually they have the power of 3. Yeah? So the power of 3, we saw bullish and the bearish and boom. That's another factor that I need to take into account with this model. It's hard to tell because sometimes there is the power of 3, it's just like one direction, so it's kind of complicated. But anyways, I'm gonna mark this. Very, very odd. Okay, 27/03/2023. Monday, what time was it? You see the trades that like 8 a.m. loss. If I filter for all the ones that are like really early, you're gonna see 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m. So like 12, 6 a.m. Like most of the losses are because these are trades that are taken before like 8, 9, 10 a.m. Yeah, so maybe if I see a trade like that, I would maybe just, I think 8 a.m. is kind of calm. I would probably just use 0.5% risk maybe as something to take into fact. You see, this happened at 10 a.m. Maybe this inversion at 10 a.m. Yeah, let's just take a note of this trade. 6 a.m. To be honest, I didn't even look at the 4-hour chart for the previous week. Let's have a look at that as well. I'm very, very curious. This happened in like 4 hours. 4 hours to annihilation. Daily bias mixed. Why did it fail? To be honest, I have no idea. Just probabilities. Price is just consolidating. That's why I failed. It's not trending. This model is very useful when we are trending. When we're consolidating, it's not a good model, if I'm being honest. You're just going to get a lot of inversions and you're just going to be clueless as to what's going on. 2-hour inversion targeting FOMC data high and line. Could be end of the month consolidation, I don't know. It is the end of the first quarter as well, and I think that's when they kind of change the futures contracts as well, so that could be another play as to why NAS is just like consolidating at the end of the month. Anyways, let's remove all of these drawings and get a new daily candle. To be honest, when you have a sweep at the previous daily high and it comes all the way down, usually it kind of means that you're kind of done. It's highly unlikely that we are going to go back up again because we just swept liquidity. Was that the case for the one on Thursday as well? Let me check, honestly. Let me just check. These are things you honestly notice about testing and you. No, we had an inside day. Okay, we had an inside day. Okay, it's calm. Let's look at the 4-hour chart and see if there were any good trades we could have taken. I think we took from Monday. And then the 4 hours, not much in the 4 hours, just consolidation I'm seeing. Okay. Yeah, honestly, when you see stuff like this, I would just prefer to not take a trade until we either break out of this range, because this range is super ugly. You know what, from now on, I'm not going to take a single trade until we get out of this range. Otherwise, I'm just going to get chopped up. So, how many losses did we take? We took 2. We took 2 losses. Maybe on Friday as well, we would have taken a loss. So, Thursday I took a loss, Friday I took a loss. Friday I said I will not trade. So, let's just say we took these 2 losses and these 2, and so far we're up like 4.6 minus 2 hour on 2 hour. And now we just said we're not going to trade until we break out of this range, which is very crucial. Okay, this is good. We kind of took out these lows. Okay, this is perfect. Now I'm essentially going to go long here and take out these highs. Boom, perfecto. I'll go long at this one because this inverses it. If I was risky, if I was a risky person, I would probably put it here, but you could put it here as well. Aim for this high. Yeah, I mean, let's test 2.4 hours, fine. I mean, probably price will come here and then go all the way up here. I don't think it's going to come down here, but let's see how it goes. Let's also check if there's any important news on Wednesday. Nada. Rest of the week looks clean. One important thing to note is that end of the quarter, end of the month, usually all these big firms, they take profit, and because they take profit, they close a lot of the positions and the market ends up going down. So that's another like fundamental factor to look into. So there is a chance that we could just invert this and just head lower as well. Something to keep in mind. This is what happened literally this March. I mean, we're on 29th March right now. So yeah, let's have a look. Beautiful. See, I told you, like, you could have literally put your stop here and boom. If I'm being honest, yeah, what I would do, I would take sorry, you could take 2 positions. No, what you could take, what you could do, let's say you're risking 1%, you could take 0.5% with an SL like this, and the remaining 0.5% with an SL like this. So far, and I will close 75% over here because I can't be too greedy. So far over here, 0.5% of this would be like 0.9, and then 0.5% with this of this is already like 2.1. So 2.1 plus 0.9, that's almost like you got a 3R, you know, which is like amazing. So you could think about this as well. Two entries, one with wider stop, one with a lower stop. You could also take the same trade on two different accounts and see how it goes. I mean, these are the hacks, man. These are the hacks that they don't teach you at school. They don't teach you anyway, honestly. This is just something I came over right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put it here. I mean, for the purpose of this calculation, let's put it midway so that it's easy for us to record. What days and Wednesday? I mean, to be honest, I'm closing like 80% here. I'm moving myself to break even because there's a high chance. I've seen this so many times where price would like just go here and reverse, or like just go here and then reverse. But you know what? Because we have this FOMC data high, yeah, and it's only 150 points away, I'm only going to close 50% because I have a strong conviction that this is going to get a hit. What did I say? What did I say? So this, like these two trades literally pay up for like all these losses over here. Like if you take all these losses here, that's why it's so important to keep your risk the same. Like if you just keep risking 1%, you know, because if you're risking 1% and all these losers and then the winners are risking half, like now you need to make like 4R or 2R just to cover it. Yeah, I mean, so with the normal stop, yo, 4.3R. With the slim aggressive stop, you know these guys that get these insane payouts, this is what they're doing. One of these accounts, they have two accounts. Let's say you have 200k funded accounts. On one account, this is going in with like 1% risk with the stop over here. On the other account, is going in here. On a third account, is going over here. So this is the magic, man. This is the magic. So yeah, okay. I'm just gonna record this 50%. This is one trade, honestly. Can't be asked. Because I want to keep my backtesting prudent, you know. Prudent means like you're more like negative. You're more like. Wait, let me record it. Prudent means like you're more conservative about the approach. Like you're more inclined to, like worst case, you know. Like worst possible entry and stuff. Oh, okay. So 28/03/2023. What a beautiful. See, this model works very well at the end of the month, but I'm very curious to test it in April, and that's when I'll backtest that month of April, and then I'll call it quits. The first week of April, and then I'll call it quits. If you made it this far, congrats, because most people, they don't even have like the attention span to even get it this far. And these guys are obviously just hoping for one Discord to the next. But surprisingly, my channel, I'm seeing that these long form content videos are doing quite well. So that's always good to see. That means that the right kind of crowd is like watching these videos. So I'm happy. 3.326R, just an average, man, honestly. Daily bullish. You saw, like I told you, when we were consolidating, we won't be. Oh, I can't be asked. I'm not here to correct my spellings. I'm here to make money. Like honestly, when there's range like this, just wait for like this stuff on one side to get taken out, especially when there's equal lows. And then I've seen this setup so many times. Honestly, I bet my entire house if I saw this setup again. Like I've seen this so many times. Like sweep of equal low inversion. You can even get an entry at the 4-hour. But yeah, on this scenario, the 2-hour was beautiful. I'm pretty sure in the 1 hour you would have gotten like an insane RR. No, it's the same. Okay, y'all. Now that the objectives of the week have been met, I'm probably expecting like a reversal to like somewhere here on Friday as a TGI have set up, because we've been having a bullish week. So let's see how it goes. Maybe even to this fair value gap. That would be cool to see. We trace all the way down here, which is not that many points. It's like 200. Previous daily high, previous daily low. I think this was the previous weekly high was hit as well. No, I don't know. The reason I'm not looking at the weekly candle is because it's going to show the current week, which is just going to spoil everything. So it's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Keep back to the 2-hour. Maybe we invert this and target this fair value gap. That would be cool. So maybe we invert this fair value gap, put the high, I don't know, somewhere here, and then go here. Yeah, this is terrible RR. I'm not going to do that. Okay, looks like we just went higher, which is which is good to see, man. Good to see. So first, let's check. Was there any news on Friday? I don't even know. Friday, no, nothing important. Okay, we did have this inversion, which I probably would have 2 a.m. I mean, I probably would have taken it, but I'm not even awake at 2 a.m. I'm being honest, I'm not. 2 a.m. plus 5, that's like, but because of the daylight savings, it's going to be 2 a.m. plus 4. That's like 6 a.m. I'm not awake at 6 a.m. But let's just say I took this. And I would have probably, but I aimed all the way here. I mean, I'm being honest, no, I actually wouldn't. Because I'll wait for this. Let's look at the daily first. How would the daily look? Yeah, actually, I would not take it because the daily is so bullish. You know, honestly, the daily is so bullish. And if I'm trading against the daily, I would just use 0.5 risk. But yeah, probably I would have taken this and done 0.5 risk. If I'm being honest. Because I want to be prudent. I would just say I took this under 0.5 risk. But anyways, I'm asleep during this time. So I just wanted to see what will happen. Would I have taken this? No, because we literally, we already went all the way here and up. Let's see if there were any targets for me if I went along here and put my stop over here. Were there any reasonable targets for me to hit? There is this daily fair value gap, but that's already been tapped. And there is this daily higher, which has not been hit yet. It is a 2.8 hour, if I'm being honest. Okay. Things are getting interesting. Okay, things are getting interesting. Okay, I'm being honest. I would have probably taken this loss 0.5 hour and then gone long here again. Obviously, you can say it's hindsight. I'm not going to record this, but yeah. Just because it's good risk to reward. Let's see, man. Let's see. We jokes if this reversed. But I think we're going to hit that because we came all the way up here. Okay, wow. Yeah, market closed here. Market closed here as 4 p.m. on a Friday. So I said, you already know I'm not going to be holding any trades over the weekend. So yeah. What I also want to do is I also want to keep like a 3 trade limit per week. You know, so I'm going to start incorporating that from next week. I'm expecting the results for next week to probably be bad because I think in the first week when there's a lot of red folder news, this model is not good. But yeah, we're going to find out. Let's just record this for just so we're aware. This is Friday, 21/03/2023. Friday. What time was this? Was at 2 a.m. bro. I'm definitely asleep. So 4 hours. I don't really care about this one. What was it now? Daily bias was, against daily bias. To our inversion aiming for a daily fair gap using this risk. And then the next one would be, was that at 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. was always a very good time for, this one was at 8 a.m. This was okay. 8 a.m. But I think it essentially closed at 10, but you would, yeah, this was at 10 a.m. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 10 a.m. is usually kind of the best. You see everything at 10 a.m. usually has hit till market close, same thing. And this hit like a 2.6 hour, I think. With same bullish. Okay, 2 hour inversion. I'm going long. Okay, I'm getting a call now, so I'm gonna end this over here, and I'll make another video talking about April, which is the first week next week. So, yep, I'll see you guys in a bit.